News 4 Jax starts right now with a breaking news alert.
The United States is sending a warning to China about if it decides to help Russia in the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
The Pentagon says Russia may be broadening its targets in the western part of the country. Meantime, the death toll in Ukraine grows. A pregnant woman seen being carried on a stretcher away from a bombed maternity hospital last week has died, along with her unborn child. Ukrainian and Russian officials held talks today as Moscow's troops continued their assault on Kyiv and other cities. An aide to Ukraine's president tweeted earlier that negotiators would discuss peace and the possible withdrawal of troops. And Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby says as of right now, Russia does not have air superiority over Ukraine.
We still assess that Russia does not have air superiority over Ukraine and that the Ukrainians are defending their airspace ably. It doesn't mean that it's not contested, Abraham. Of course it is. I mean, you can see that for yourself in some of the video footage that gets put out there. But it's contested because the Ukrainians are finding ways to continue to try to defend their airspace and to preserve their own mobility and maneuver space.
Defense officials say Russian forces have launched more than 900 missiles into Ukraine.
And here in Jacksonville, the city's interfaith community held a prayer and peace vigil tonight. News for Jax reporter Bree Isom was there and joining us live. Bree, earlier you called this event powerful tonight.
Yes, it was incredible how many people had ties to Ukraine. And I actually talked to a woman that still has family over there that's fighting for their lives.
An American journalist and filmmaker killed in Ukraine has a connection to Florida. Brent Renaud was the director of ESPN's series called Our Time, UCF Football. The documentary gave a behind-the-scenes look at head coach Gus Malzahn's first season at UCF. During a news conference, Malzahn said Renaud spent a lot of time with the coaches and players and said it was easy for him to connect with everyone. Renaud was killed when Russian troops shot him. An anti-war protester who interrupted one of Russia's major state television live broadcasts has been arrested. The woman is an editor at the Russian TV channel, and her sign says, "No war, stop the war, do not believe propaganda. They tell you lies here." At the bottom it says, "Russians against war" in English. Russians face up to 15 years in prison for publicly opposing the war.
Now to more local news tonight. Beginning in Duval County. This home in Ocean Way, peppered with bullet holes. We're learning that they're from one of two drive-by shootings that happened within an hour of each other last week. Both took place within 12 hours of this car with 6 teens inside being sprayed with gunfire and killing 17-year-old Caleb Floyd.
And News for Jax obtained the 911 call made moments after that shooting.
What's the address of the emergency?
136-764 Linear Drive.
Okay, repeat it.
13764 Linear Drive.
All right, so a house or apartment? Is that a house or an apartment?
House. We got shot.
News for Jax reporter Renee Benedanti has been looking into crimes in this area. She joins us live from JSO headquarters with what she has found. Renee?
Stacey, we have learned at least 6 teens have been shot, one of them passing away within the past month. All of these shootings happening within just blocks of each other. This Thursday, City Council members are going to be hosting a town hall meeting to address this recent violence.
The CDC has added another travel destination to its very high-risk category. It's the island nation of Mauritius that's located just east of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. The weekly update brought the Bahamas, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic down to level 3. The CDC labels a destination as very high risk when more than 500 cases per 100,000 residents are registered in the past 28 days. Other destinations added to level 4 include Hong Kong, New Zealand, and Thailand.
Covering Duval County, a crash sends a bicyclist to the hospital with serious injuries today. It happened on Atlantic Boulevard and Century 21 Drive. News for Jax was on the scene shortly afterwards, and you can see a bicycle next to some trees in the median there. We're told a car was also involved. No word yet on whether anyone is being charged. Jacksonville firefighters also helped to put out this car fire at I-295 and Dunn Avenue. Officials posted this video to Twitter shortly after 6 o'clock tonight. They were able to put the fire out quickly, but this did cause some delays on the interstate.
So coming up next, a tax break for parents.
How soon you can start saving money when it comes to diapers.
Don't forget your umbrellas. You may not need it when you first wake up in the morning, but you'll probably need it by the time you head home tomorrow night. The forecast in moments.
Thank you, John. And up next, a suspected case of road rage sends a couple to the hospital.
We're trying to get away from these people. We're trying to get away from them. Where's the Grand Expedition at now? I don't know, man. We're trying to get away from them. We're on the expressway.
What investigators say may have led up to that shooting.
I am a business owner with a teenager, Mercy. I count on News4JAX to get answers to questions I care about most, like when John GAUGHAN tracks storms right to my street so I can keep my 16-year-old safe, and reporters live until the danger has passed. No sensationalism, no hype. They hold people accountable and offer solutions, even help get laws changed for all of us, making it worth my time to watch every single day. They are who they've always been. News4JAX on Channel 4, the local station.
A bill passed by Florida lawmakers will make diapers tax-free starting later this year. It's part of the $112 billion budget for the state that's now on Governor Ron DeSantis' desk. Both the House and Senate unanimously passed this bill today to finish out the regular legislative session. Governor DeSantis is expected to sign the proposed funding package, and if he does, it would go into effect July 1st.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is investigating a road rage incident involving gunshots. This happened on a stretch of I-95 near Palm Coast, and it landed a Jacksonville driver and his passenger in the hospital. As News4JAX reporter Eric Avanier reports, investigators believe the driver may have cut off a group of motorcyclists.
The Weather Authority and ExactTrack 4D, cutting-edge technology, giving you the most accurate forecast down to your street.
All right, today was pleasant enough until we had one little rain shower roll through, and that was about it. And now we're going to have to prepare for real rain again. And it's not necessarily right as you get up in the morning hours, but it's definitely going to roll through the area tomorrow. Starting tomorrow afternoon, we'll see some showers and downpours, not as heavy as what we've recently experienced. We had 5 inches of rain last week. I mean, what the heck? 5 inches, heaviest Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. By the way, if we get 3 more inches between now and the end of the month, which is doable, by the way, given the weather pattern, we will be in the top 10 wettest Marches ever, and that's how unique last week was. All right, heaviest Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon, then Friday, Saturday, there could be another round, and these could be heavy, but they might end up in Georgia and not too close to Jacksonville. It's a little too early to tell. Again, on ExactTrack 40, not much. The old ground clutter pattern going on right about there. And again, it's a generally quiet night across the area and beautiful as well. In terms of sunglasses, it's amazing how we go from the blue skies for the most part until a few rolling clouds late in the day. But tomorrow, cloudy skies again down there throughout the afternoon. It could be hazy sunny skies at that. And in terms of rain chances, the biggest chance to rain is not necessarily Wednesday, but it's going to be Tuesday night right in through here. And then coming up here on Saturday, a chance of some afternoon thunderstorms. Let's make the GAUGHAN gauge a 7, and that's not too shabby either. So 74, 77, 79. The rain's coming in here Tuesday night right in through here. And then we see the wind southwesterly and westerly. That'll pump up our temperatures. Anytime we get a westerly wind this time of the year usually means 80 degrees, by the way. 79 on Thursday, 83 on Friday. Chance of rain will be there on Saturday. And then we see the wind come around on Sunday. We might dry out enough that Sunday's beautiful. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Northeasterly wind's not necessarily great, as it'll also be on the cool side early Sunday. Kent?
Well, thank you, John. A new survey shows the majority of workers who took part in that Great Resignation event, they actually regret quitting their job.
Problem many people are now facing, and it's not the lack of a paycheck. Stay tuned.
The people versus the Russian oligarchs. First, Russia invades Ukraine. Now the people invade mansions owned by the oligarchs. This mansion is owned by Putin's ex-son-in-law. Next, Inside Edition.
Tomorrow at 7:30 on Channel 4, the local station.
Right, despite making the shortlist, Dolly Parton says she will not be recognized in this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Why she pulled out of the running, that's coming up. Plus, Cole is here.
The Jaguars spend big in free agency and a local champion of the players. We'll cover both those big stories from today coming up after the break.
Kudos to our sports team here at News 4 Jax. I mean, quite the last week and a half. You're talking the River Run, the players, today Jaguars free agency getting started. Lots of local sports news recently.
And let's start with Cole with the players today. What a dramatic finish.
Boy, what a way to go. When the last groups hit the back nine, the top of the leaderboard at TPC Sawgrass, there were 15 golfers within 4 shots of the lead, 13 of which had never won a major championship. In the end, it came down to one guy ranked 10th in the world and another one ranked 322nd. The last time the Jaguars spent like this in free agency, 2017, they went to the playoffs that year. Just keep that in mind. Get it, Stacey?
Keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, thanks, Cole. Country music legend Dolly Parton is saying thanks, but no thanks to a bid for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The singer was the only country star to make the ballot this year.
Parton posted her thoughts on social media, saying she feels she has not earned the right to be recognized in the Hall. She said she was extremely flattered and grateful, but she did not want the votes to be split because of her. She made the short list last month along with Eminem, Lionel Richie, Duran Duran, and A Tribe Called Quest. Certainly would have been great to hear some of her hits being sung at that presentation.
John GAUGHAN, you've got hits for the rest of the week, right?
We hope.
We've been taking some hits here lately, no doubt.
Yeah, the other kind of hits.
Yeah, the weather hits have been coming fast and furious last week and through the weekend. It's hard to imagine just yesterday morning we had a freeze and wind chill temperatures in the 20s. Tomorrow 74, 77, heading towards the 80s by Friday. But Stacey, you'll need to grab the umbrella starting after around 3 tomorrow. The rain start rolling back in. Could hear some rumbles of thunder too.
All right, John, thanks so much. And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
You know, the next newscast, it's the morning show, starts at 4:30, goes through 10. Join us anytime there. And for News Anytime Online, you go directly to newsforjax.com.
Coming up tonight on Channel 4, the latest celebrity news and gossip on the Daily Mail at 11:35. Then Young Sheldon at 12:05. Brought to you by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Rely on the Trust Index. It's true means it passed the test, and we can back it up. Not true means it's fake. Don't trust it. And be careful means not entirely right or wrong, but it could be risky. The Trust Index, only on News 4 Jax.